Number 34. If a pendulum-driven clock gains 5 seconds per day, what fractional change in the pendulum length must be made for it to keep perfect time? All right. So basically, we've seen a problem set up similar to this now, past couple problems. So I'm going to go right into now the fractional formula, right? So we can basically say that the new period of a pendulum is equal to 2 pi multiplied by the square root of the new length, let's just say, divided by g. And then I can take that and now divide it by the old, all right, period of a pendulum. That's going to be equal to 2 pi multiplied by the old length divided by g. Doing this, I can now simplify and cross out and cancel the g's and the 2 pi's. So what this leaves me with now a nice little fractional formula. This says that the new period divided by the old will be equal to the square root of the new length divided by the old length. All right, so this is now talking about a fractional change. So here's now the key. What we have to do is we have to figure out the fractional change for the length. So basically we have to figure this part out. Okay, we have to figure out now, we can say ln over lo or lo over ln. It doesn't exactly matter. They're fractional changes, so one's just going to be the inverse of the other. What is, though, important, in order to figure this out, we need to know the relationships between the periods, though, right? So what they tell us is they tell us now a pendulum-driven clock gains 5 seconds per day. So first thing is, how many seconds are there in a day, right? How would we do that? Well, we would simply take the day, right, multiply it by 24 hours in one day, and then simply take that and multiply it by now in 1 hour, there's 3,600 seconds. Right, and we would basically take 3,600, multiply it by 24, and we realize that in one day is equal to 86,400 seconds. Okay, true seconds. So this is basically the true. All right, this is the true time. True. So what maybe I'll do here is must be made for it to keep perfect time. What I'll do here is, yeah. Why don't we do this? So the subscripts here are fine. Now these are all relative, but I might make a slight alteration to them because I'm using true. I think true and false might be better. So instead of writing new and new at the top, I'm going to write true and true. Okay? Because basically we have to make a change to the length. So I want to find the relative true length to the false length. Okay? So I'm just going to change these O's down here to old. Actually, false, F. Okay. So I know that this is the amount of true seconds. Now, that's great. So how do we now find, though, the period of something like that? Right? What is the period? Well, what does period even mean? You have to remember that in terms of words, the period is the length of time it takes to measure one oscillation or one cycle or whatever. So in this case, it would be the time it takes to measure 1 second. Okay, or the time 1 second is being measured. Now, the true pendulum should measure 1 second in exactly how long? In exactly 1 second, right? So this is actually fairly straightforward. We know that this here should be that this should be exactly 1 second. The period of a true pendulum that's going to keep track of true time, although time does dilate and, when you get to further physics, but whatever. So we will say that this time here has to be 1 second. All right, that's the period. Okay, that's the true period, 1 second. But now what's the false period? Well, interestingly enough, we know that this is the amount of true seconds in a day. But what's now going to happen is that this pendulum is going to be moving a little faster. How did we know that? Well, because it says that it gains 5 seconds every day. So basically what we're saying is that instead of it recording 86,400 seconds, it's going to record 405 seconds, right? So now, if it records this many seconds in a day, although it should be, right, the true value, it's recording 5 extra seconds per day. My question is to you then, what's the actual period per true second? Right, so how do we figure that out now? Well, you know that this should be, the period per second should be less. right? We know it should be a little less, okay? That should make sense, right? If the period of the false second is a little less than a true second, that means that over time we're going to accumulate seconds, right? It's going to gain a certain amount of time because we're measuring the time the pendulum takes to go back and forth. So the question is, well, what percent is that off? Well, I can actually simply do now, the whole point of this is to do a division, okay? I can say now that I can now take the actual, like I think we did this in the problem before, 86,400, and now I can divide it by the 86,405. 405. And this would now tell me basically the period. Let's see if the answer, though, makes sense. All right, so 86,400 divided by 86,405. What do we get here? So notice we're going to get 0.999, whoops, 0.999942, right, 42, blah, 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 okay, second. So basically, what we just found was we found now that the false period, right, or this clock is going to measure a second, a true second, every 0.99999 of a second. Right? As we mentioned, it should be going faster. So it is. So the period is a little less. Okay? Because remember, the period is the time it takes to make one full cycle. So this false period should be a little less. So now basically, what I can do is I have enough information to solve this. Okay? So what I can do now is take the one true second for the period and then divide it now by the false period, 0.999942, blah, blah, blah. And that's equal now to the square root of the true length divided by the old length. Doing this, square both sides, and now what we're going to find is we're going to find what percent we have to change. So it's going to be parentheses 1 divided by that exact value, 0.99999, whatever that is, and then square it. So this is going to work out to be 1.00011157, blah, 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 is equal to now the true length divided by the old length. What we mean by that is the true length should be longer, right? This is really over 1. These are ratios. So the true length should be a fraction, right? Look at this. Look at this. It's 0.0001157, right? So this is the fractional change right here. This is the answer. This is the fractional change in the length. You're going to have to make a very, very small percent change. Now, in terms of significant figures here, right, they just said 5 seconds in a day, and I should have had then, basically 3 sig figs, so it's almost like there is no change, but there is a change, all right? You just got to go out many, many significant figures. I'm going to leave the answer like this, all right? So you're going to have to make the adjustment. The true length of the pendulum is going to be a little longer than the length it is now, all right? So notice, though, I mean, that's such a small fractional change, right? If you think about it, to gain 5 seconds a day, over time, you're going to be off by a big margin, right? But all it takes is just a little change in the length of that pendulum to cause that 5 second per day. Anyway, all right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hope this helped. Please remember to help us out and subscribe. Hit that like button and tell your friends, all right? We appreciate it very much. Have a good day.